Welcome to my YouTube channel Luxury Legends. The 2025 Tesla Model 3 is here, and it's not just an update, it's a statement. The kind of statement that whispers rather than shouts, but still turns heads every time it passes by. For years, the Model 3 has been Tesla's volume seller, the EV that brought the brand to the masses, the car that made electric driving cool, quick, and somewhat affordable. Now, with the 2025 refresh, Tesla's pushing the boundaries of refinement, design, and user experience in a way that doesn't reinvent the wheel, but definitely makes it spin smoother. So, what's new with the 2025 Model 3? At first glance, it might not seem like a huge change. But spend a little time with it, and the updates start to pop. It's sleeker, quieter, more premium, and surprisingly, a bit more grown up. Tesla calls this refresh Project Highland, and it's their way of streamlining production while improving the experience behind the wheel. The biggest exterior difference is the new front end. The headlights are now slimmer and more aggressive, and the bumper has been reshaped to give it a more aerodynamic, modern look. It's subtle but effective, kind of like a facelift done by a world-class surgeon. Nothing too drastic, but the result is cleaner, tighter, and fresher. Around the back, Tesla didn't stop at just a new light signature. The rear bumper has been refined, and the taillights are now more unified, making the whole rear look more cohesive. There's a new wheel design too, with 18-inch Photon wheels as standard and optional 19-inch Nova wheels that give it a sportier look. Tesla also tweaked the suspension for a slightly smoother ride, and the acoustic glass all around has been upgraded to reduce road noise. And believe me, when you're gliding silently down the highway in this thing, it feels like you're in something far more expensive than a Model 3 ever used to. Now let's talk interior, because this is where the real magic has happened. Gone is the old Model 3 interior that felt a bit too sterile for some folks. In its place is a minimalist, refined space that still screams futuristic Tesla, but now with more warmth and polish. The first thing you notice is the ambient lighting that wraps around the cabin. It's customizable, subtle, and adds a premium feel that the old Model 3 was definitely missing. The materials are upgraded, too, better textiles, improved fit and finish, and a new aluminum trim that gives it a more high-end vibe. The front seats have been redesigned to be more supportive and now come with ventilation. Yes, ventilated seats in a Model 3, finally. They're comfortable for long drives and adjustable in just the right ways. The rear seats also got attention. Rear passengers now get an 8-inch display mounted on the back of the center console. It controls climate, audio, and even streaming content. So yeah, your backseat passengers can now watch Netflix while you drive. Not bad for a car that starts under 50 grand. And speaking of tech, the centerpiece remains the massive 15.4-inch central touchscreen. It's slightly slimmer now with thinner bezels, but still as responsive and intuitive as ever. Everything runs through this screen: climate, navigation, media, even the glove box. And while that's still a turnoff for some traditionalists, once you get used to it, it's hard to go back. The UI is snappy, clean, and constantly updated over the air. You don't get Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Tesla still doesn't believe in that, but the native software is good enough that most people won't miss it. And the sound system? Oh, it's legit. The upgraded audio setup includes 17 speakers, dual subwoofers, and dual amplifiers. It delivers deep bass, crisp highs, and rich mids that make this one of the best sounding cars in its class. Whether you're jamming to hip-hop, classical, or a true crime podcast, you'll appreciate the clarity and depth. Tesla knows their customers are spending a lot of time in these cars, especially with features like autopilot and full self-driving, so they're leaning into comfort and entertainment like never before. Range and performance, two pillars of Tesla's dominance, also see some tweaks. The base rear-wheel drive model offers around 272 miles of range, which is solid, but the long-range dual-motor variant ups that to an impressive 341 miles on a single charge. That makes it one of the longest-range EVs in this price bracket. And performance. It's still Tesla fast. The long range can hit 60 miles per hour in about 4.2 seconds. There's no performance version at launch for 2025, but there are strong rumors that it's coming later with even quicker acceleration and a possible track mode upgrade. Charging remains a breeze thanks to Tesla's supercharger network, which is still the gold standard in the US. With V3 supercharging, you can add up to 175 miles in about 15 minutes. And now that Tesla is opening up parts of its network to other EVs, it's clear they're positioning themselves as not just a carmaker but a core part of the EV infrastructure. Let's talk driving experience. The steering is sharper, and the ride is more composed than previous versions. The new suspension tuning irons out bumps a bit better, and the quieter cabin makes long trips more relaxing. The regenerative braking is smooth and adjustable, allowing for near one-pedal driving if you like. It's not quite as soft as a luxury sedan, but it's leagues better than most compact sedans, electric or otherwise. Autopilot and full self-driving are still in beta, and they remain one of the most controversial aspects of Tesla ownership. If you pay for FSD, you're essentially buying into the promise that one day, your car might drive itself entirely. As of now, it can handle highway driving pretty well, navigate some city streets, and do auto lane changes and parking. But it's not fully autonomous yet. Still, even the standard autopilot is a nice convenience feature for long trips. Build quality, something Tesla has been roasted for in the past, has improved a lot. Panel gaps are tighter, materials inside feel more premium, and there's a sense that Tesla is finally ironing out some of the quality control issues that plagued earlier models. It's not perfect, but it's close enough now that it doesn't feel like a compromise. What about safety? The 2025 Model 3 comes loaded with all the active safety features you'd expect: automatic emergency braking, lane departure warning, blind spot monitoring, and more. It's earned top safety ratings in crash tests, and the low center of gravity thanks to the battery pack helps prevent rollovers. It just feels stable and secure on the road. Ownership experience with Tesla is a bit different. There are no traditional dealerships, everything is done online. You order your car like you'd order a phone, and it's delivered to your door or a local delivery center. Service is mostly mobile, with Tesla techs coming to you for basic repairs and maintenance. Some people love this, others miss the dealership experience, but it's definitely unique. Now let's talk price. The base rear-wheel drive Model 3 starts around $38,990, which is pretty competitive in the EV space. The long-range version is about $45,990. That's before any potential tax credits or incentives, which can vary depending on your state. When you factor in the lower running costs, no gas, minimal maintenance, and possible tax benefits, the Model 3 becomes a very smart financial choice for a lot of drivers. But here's the thing, the 2025 Model 3 isn't just about numbers or tech specs. It's about a feeling. It's the feeling of stepping into something that feels like the future, without needing to spend six figures to get there. It's the quiet confidence of a car that just works, every time, effortlessly. It's the satisfaction of knowing you're driving something that's not only fun and fast, but also clean and sustainable. Sure, it still has its quirks. The lack of physical buttons can be annoying, especially when trying to adjust mirrors or open the glove box. And Tesla's stubborn refusal to add CarPlay is a head-scratcher. But if you can live with those things, what you get in return is a daily driver that feels like it came from 5 years ahead. The 2025 Tesla Model 3 isn't perfect, but it's better than ever. It takes everything people loved about the original and smooths out the rough edges. It's more refined, more comfortable, and still just as quick and capable. Whether you're commuting, road tripping, or just cruising around town, it delivers a driving experience that's hard to beat. And with Tesla's constant over-the-air updates, it's a car that keeps getting better even after you buy it. In a world where more automakers are jumping into the EV game, Tesla still manages to stand out. The 2025 Model 3 is proof that evolution can be just as exciting as revolution. It's not just an electric car, it's a smarter way to drive. This is the Auto Futurist, and that was your deep dive into the 2025 Tesla Model 3.